Basic principles. No matter what, no matter when, no matter who, any man has a chance to sweep any woman off her feet. Just needs the right broom. Well, there's quite a few basic principles. I guess the central focus would be that competence is the thing that is most attractive.
As a designer, what's your favorite milieu?
That's hard to answer.
All right, well, let's go with an easier one then. Who discovered America?
That's funny.
Thank you.
People really don't know simple things about male-female interaction.
That, for me, is the great fun of my job. I get to, for a year and a half, explore some theme or some idea, or I get to explore the human condition into why we love, who we love, when we love, and what we love, and all the riddles that come with that.
We worked with psychologists, and we did dating surveys.
I'm Dr. Georgia Witkin. I am a professor of psychiatry at Mount Sinai School of Medicine and was very excited to be invited by Will to work on this movie.
We spent a year probably developing this film.
What he said is that he would like me, as somebody who deals with couples and as a therapist, to look at the script and, number one, make sure that everyone was behaving in ways that were true to character, so to speak. That the men were being men, the women were being women, and that the problems they had were true to form, and they sure were.
What we were able to create is a completely well-rounded character that, you know, what I would call the #1 answer.
Will would send me a script, or the latest version of the script, and I would do my reading, and I would come into a meeting, and the two of us would sit there, and Will had the questions.
We developed a really wonderful film, and also got some great concepts and ideas for ourselves in the process.
A lot of the early Hitchisms came from my research of literally reading all these women magazines that said 8 out of 10 women think that the first kiss will tell them everything that they need to know about a relationship. All of those things that I started collecting, we just started putting them in, because Hitch would know, he would know this stuff.
No woman wakes up saying, God, I hope I don't get swept off my feet today.
Women absolutely wake up hoping to be swept off their feet.
Every fairy tale, everything that women have been fed forever is that is going to happen.
I think people are, by nature, romantics, even if they are cynical. Everyone wants to meet someone that bowls us over and takes us out of our day-to-day experience.
Women love romance. You know, women want to be swept off their feet. You know, if a guy even holds the door for a girl, maybe that'll do it. Maybe that'll sweep them off their feet.
Most women, I think, get up on some mornings and say, gee, I hope today's the day.
And you know what? Men do too.
60% of all human communication is nonverbal. 30% is your tone. So that means that 90% of what you're saying ain't coming out of your mouth.
Meaning subtextual. That's why we like to go to plays and dramas, because it's never about what we're watching, it's about what's not being said.
To me, it feels like a...
Date?
Yeah.
Women are turned on by how things are said and the way it's said and how you speak. They're just animalistic in terms of knowing if someone's got an agenda.
We're a lot more aware of what we say in language content, but very unaware of how we present in body language. And body language is an incredible opportunity to connect with someone.
You know, do they touch their hair? Are they smiling? Are they standoffish?
I believe this belongs to you.
It's like how you carry yourself. You know, if you stand, you know, if you're slumped over and you're looking at the floor and, you know, you're not carrying yourself well, I think it might translate over to, you know, anything you say. If you carry yourself well and you make eye contact with people, you stand up straight, shoulders back, probably anything you say would probably go over a lot better.
Stand up.
And there have been studies done that show that a man who's standing with his shoulders back and his feet 12 inches apart, his toes pointed out, is going to project a much more manly image. And women are going to be more attracted to that kind of a guy than the shoulders slumped and the head down and not taking up very much space guy.
Even a beautiful woman doesn't know what she wants until she sees it.
A man is like that perfect little black dress. You know kind of what you're looking for, but you don't really know it's the right one until it's a perfect fit.
They'll say what they want. A woman will tell you and give you a complete list.
I want someone who's this height, this age, this religion, this race.
What's he look like?
Tall, dark, and handsome.
It's killing me.
And then when she runs into it, it might have nothing to do with what's on that list.
You're seeing him again?
I mean, Case, he really tanked.
And that's a desirable trait.
Yeah.
A woman's best friend has to sign off on all big relationship decisions.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. You know, you're certified, stamped, you know, by their friends or not.
Where does your inspiration come from?
Oh my God.
But I'll tell you, that's actually very unfortunate because you never know what that best friend's agenda is.
So the best thing a guy can do is enlist the help of her friends because they have a lot of influence.
It's a beautiful tie, by the way. I mean, this whole thing, it just works.
Thank you. Is he gay?
I don't think so.
I like him.
If you're going to buy a girl a drink, you gotta buy her best friend a drink too.
God, is that for me? What?
I don't agree with it. I don't think it's right. But I think women, you know, they probably talk more about that kind of stuff with their friends.
If a woman is really, truly in love, then she's going to ignore what her friends have to say. But if they agree with what she already wants to do, then they can be a very powerful influence.
Listen to what she is saying and respond. Don't be looking at her mouth. Don't be wondering what she looks like naked.
Number one attraction is if someone thinks that you are interested in them.
And frankly, it works for either sex. If you listen to a man, what a man is saying on a date, it's just as important as him listening to what you're saying.
Whenever someone is distracted in their connection with someone and starts looking around and not focusing, men or women, they're losing that connection with someone.
Don't you hate when that happens?
And that's the number one way of connecting is listening, responding.
Listen, respond. Listen, respond.
Trying to pay attention to what the woman says, not doing a geographical American Express tour of her body is probably, you know, good advice.
That'll probably definitely help with the conversation.
Yeah, you guys are not really that subtle. We really know when you're checking out her boobs.
If you're distracted, you're not listening.
You have fantastic eyes.
Thanks. Try to listen.
You cannot use what you do not have. So if you're shy, be shy. If you're outgoing, be outgoing.
I'm not outgoing.
That's okay.
It's a very painful process to be shy and try and be outgoing.
Can you tell me where the registry building is?
Yeah.
Are you going to?
Whereas if someone is shy and utilizes that by a soft nature, a curiosity, I think that the woman who loves that shy guy ultimately may be horrified by someone who's obnoxious and outgoing.
You know, you see that in romantic comedies all the time. You don't have to be the great outgoing, you know, life of the party guy to win the girl.
You should never let a dating doctor or a dating book try to teach you to be something you're not. Eventually, you're gonna have to stop sucking in your gut and admit you don't like PBS and just be who you are.
I'm Alex.
Cressida.
There's a big difference between improving yourself and trying to be something you're not.
Shoes are hot. You went to the place I told you, right?
I don't think they're really me.
You is a very fluid concept right now.
If you're outgoing, you try to be something you're not, and if you're shy, you try to be something you're not, it's not gonna come off well.
If you try and compete where you don't have any competitive skills, it's going to be problematic.
So if you are who you are, I'd say 100% of the time, it's gonna come off much better than being someone you're not.
8 out of 10 women believe that the first kiss will tell them everything that they need to know about a relationship.
The first kiss is really, really a huge thing. A bad kiss is a deal breaker.
I think long before that, a woman would say, I know before the guy even walks across the room for it, but the kiss will be the period on the end of the sentence.
Are they an overeager kisser? Are they shoving their tongue down your throat? If a woman is gagging, you know, this guy is maybe not a huge romantic.
You can tell every relationship by the kiss. You can tell exactly where it's at.
I mean, if you're not enjoying kissing the first time, you're probably not going to enjoy kissing on the 50th or the 100th.
Because you know it's not going to get any better, and if he hasn't learned by now, he's not going to pick it up.
The secret to a kiss is to go 90% of the way and then hold.
For how long?
Want to, know if there's some reciprocation on her end as opposed to just jumping in there 100%. So I guess 90-10 is probably good. Give her a little bit of ways to go. If she moves 10%, I guess that means she's interested.
I'm the guy. I'm going to go that 90%, but I'm going to be sensitive to your needs as well.
Because most men, unless you're kind of nuts, will make sure that they're wanted before they make the move.
If a guy is too aggressive, women are turned off by that.
Hold on.
Confidence is a hugely intoxicating thing for women. And if he goes in like he knows she wants to kiss him back.
It's that old, love is a wonderful problem we never solve. And I think we all need help, and we're all, I don't think any of us have ever figured it out. I still haven't.